You worked so hard to get where you are.
I wanted to prove that I didn't have to change my life after having my son.
I'm Florence Ann Romano, former nanny and child care expert. I'm on a mission to empower families with everyday challenges. This is the Windy City Nanny.
I'm JC. I'm a freelance makeup artist. I have a son, Walker. He's almost 2, and I've been married to my husband, Brian, now for 6 years. I reached out to Florence Ann because lately I have come to almost a breaking point of trying to balance working and momming and wifing all at the same time. Thanks for coming over. I know it was short notice, but I just feel like
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, and I need a chat.
Okay, let's talk about everything. Tell me what's going on.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like when I was pregnant with Walker, we didn't really have a plan on what we were going to do because we weren't sure, with being a freelance makeup artist, what my schedule was going to look like. There was a lot of outside chatter about, what are you going to do once he's here? What are you going to do with work? And I'm like, I'm going to just do work. I'm going to work. I'm just going to
live your life.
Yeah, like I'm going to have him. Yeah. And then I'm going to go back to my life.
Right.
And I mean, nothing was stopping. Like I had to work. We have to pay for bills. You can't just stop working.
So tell me more about, being a freelance makeup artist.
Freelancing, I pretty much, my jobs come kind of last minute and they're not consistent. So some weeks are super busy. Other weeks are, dead air. And Monday through Friday was kind of the struggle. We're like, we don't want to sign him up for a daycare because that would be money we just felt like we were throwing away. Because if I wasn't working those days, I could easily be at home with him.
What do you think is the issue right now for you?
In my mind, I'm like, I am not going to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I want to work. It turns out I'm a stay-at-home mom that also works from home, that also freelances. So it's kind of like morphed into like an even more stressful situation than I originally thought it was going to be, because I thought having a baby, they'd just be right there and I would just be doing work,
but they require so much of your attention.
Even when they're not moving, it's insane. I feel like I've gotten so far behind. I am not as organized as I used to be. I feel like emails just kind of build up, and by the time I get back to him in the 1 hour, maybe he's napping, that I've also done laundry and done dishes and, taken care of the dog and cleaned up a little bit. The hour's over, and it's like I feel like I didn't get to any of my work. And by the time my husband gets home, it's 6:30. We do dinner, we get him to bed, and he's always like, just do some emails now. And I'm like, done. Like, I can't do emails because I stayed at home all day while like side texting people or brides or clients or like
and you're
trying
exhausted.
To send out and then you just kind of feel like even more overwhelmed because you don't even know what you did. You just try to like, I've made so many errors in the past year that I feel like I'm constantly apologizing or double booking people.
It sounds like a lot of your identity, prior to having the baby, was wrapped up in your
whole
career,
identity,
right? And you worked so hard to get where you are.
I wanted to prove that I didn't have to change my life, after having my son. I didn't want having a child to ruin what I had built for so long, but I didn't want to feel guilty about that either. I just wanted to have my son and love him and love our family, but also have my career.
Right now you're operating under this idea of, okay, we're just gonna, shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like maybe it's not working completely.
No, it's still not working.
And it's not sustainable. Really, the larger picture is, it kind of all comes down to this idea of having it all. You know that phrase that everybody loves to use?
I feel like it's been thrown in moms, wives, women's faces.
I don't really believe in the common definition of what having it all is. It's putting this pressure on you. You look at Instagram, you look at social media, you look at all these people who think they have it all, and you're supposed to be comparing yourself. In your world right now, it's instead of saying, having it all, you're doing it all.
Doing everything.
That's really kind of what's going on here.
I don't know if it's all. It's a lot, though.
It's a lot.
It's kind of like a mental thing. Like, you always tell yourself, I don't need anyone to come over today because I'm home. But then while you're home and you're busy, you're like, why isn't somebody here? Why? Like, I can't do all this.
But you're not getting any of your work
But you're
done.
not asking. It's like a self-hatred kind of thing. It's like you're just like, you're setting yourself up for constant failure.
But that self-loathing that you have over it and all that guilt is what we need to try to eradicate. Because you still need to get stuff done in order to do your job well. And you're going to be so mad at yourself if you're half-assing your job.
Yeah.
You know, so then that's going to be a whole
But you
other
feel like
host
you're
of
always
guilt.
like half-assing your job or motherhood or something is always getting...
Something has to give.
Something always is giving. Right now, I still feel like half of me is always in work mode, no matter what, no matter if I'm home that day. And then half of me is like always my brain on what's going on with Walker. Am I giving him enough attention if I'm physically there? And if I'm not physically there, is everyone going to show up on time? Or are they going to, be present with him? I just feel like my 100% of me is always trying to be 100% here, 100% there.
In my experience, I was a nanny for a family where the mom stayed home. She said to me so often, you being here gives me such peace of mind to be able to do my work and know that my child's safe in the house. And if I need a little break, I can go see her. It's not bad for you to have someone in the home while you're working because it's still support.
Yeah.
It's still help in order for you to get done what you need. And what you need to finally surrender to, or maybe even come to the realization of, is that you are a full-time working mom. You may think that you're not because you don't do a 9-to-5 corporate job, but you are a full-time working mom, which means you need the childcare to match up. If you can have that childcare piece taken care of, you're going to feel like you can fly.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like you can, have your identity and have your career, and that whole idea of being able to all make it work is going to be more accessible. And you don't just want to pretend, I'll just deal with it later. And you figured out today that
it didn't work.
That doesn't work. So let's do an activity where we can start looking at your life from kind of a mood board perspective. You can't give 100% to everything. So let's actually find some percentages that are going to give you the balance that you're striving for.
Right.
You need to believe in yourself and believe in the wonderful mother you are, the wife you are, the friend you are, and that you are doing your best. You just have to give yourself a little bit of a break sometimes. JC realized that she was a full-time working mom, and that was causing a lot of ripple effects in her life, and it made her feel like she wasn't doing any of her jobs well. Maybe you're not gonna do it well every single day, all day long, but you absolutely can be set up for success to be present in the moment and do the best you can.
I think that we were a little overwhelmed, me personally, with time management, balancing. I don't think we just didn't have a game plan. So we have set Walker up in daycare twice a week, so that at least every week there are 2 days that I know I can spend doing things I have to get done. And then days that I am with Walker, I can focus on just being a mom and I don't have to split myself. So things have been good. Things have been a lot better. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Next time something comes up, I'll give you a call.
For more episodes, subscribe to my YouTube channel and go to windycitynanny.com for more content.